Yeah, this really does look good. I'm pretty happy right now. Once I get that dagger.
I could outrun a centaur.
Hey guys, VD Sav here, and this is Citadel Flame Story Mode. Unfortunately, the party I'm running with here started without me. So, they already went ahead. We missed a cutscene, we missed some dialogue. Not that big of a deal.
He was having a hard time.
I think there was a small fight or something like that, and we're kind of walking into the middle of a fight here. This one's pretty straightforward. You just kind of go along, fight everything you see, and move on. I'll walk you through it as we go through it, but right now we're just kind of fighting some mobs, and that's kind of what's going to be a lot of this time, just fighting mobs.
Me?
Yeah.
It's not an outlet, it's an outfit.
Oh. What's on your face?
It's a mask. I'm very happy right now. I've been like struggling for the past week to find something that I like. Now I see that dagger.
Dagger of the depths or whatever.
Yep. I think that's what it was.
Ouch, this fire actually.
On that note of fire actually hurting, since this patch that dropped back in June, where burning damage now stacks intensity rather than duration, do be very careful about burning damage. You are going to want to take some kind of condition cleanser with you into this dungeon, if either personally or at least in your party. And that goes for any path of this dungeon, whether it's the story mode or path 1, 2, or 3 of explorable mode. There is going to be burning damage in this dungeon. You are going to get burned. You're definitely going to want to take the burn off if it because it's going to start stacking and it's going to start hurting more and more and more. So just be aware of that and make sure that you or your party have some kind of condition cleanser. That brazier we had to destroy there, which had a champion in front of it, we have to take out a couple braziers in order to proceed. So we're just kind of running around, killing mobs and destroying braziers so we can move on in the dungeon.
I don't know if you can survive this fall, but there's a way around them.
Hey.
Yeah, you can. Skip that group then. Because these effigies are still allies.
Turret.
Okay, so this guy here is protecting another brazier that we have to take out. He's not overly difficult. He does go immune when he does his attack, and he has a couple different weapons. He has a hammer, he has a sword. He kind of like warps himself back and forth to him, and he does like a spin attack move. It's a little annoying. It just kind of feels like it just makes it take longer than it should. He's not overly difficult though, so
it's whenever you win.
Just keep at him and just cleave him down. He's not really all that difficult, but just do be aware that you are going to miss some of your attacks because he does go randomly, seemingly randomly immune.
He must have to stun himself and then.
Yeah, I am getting some damage through. It's just like several seconds after he's dead.
I think when he's attacking, you get damage.
What? Oh, there he is. Reappeared right on top of me. Actually, it's gonna get blown up.
That should have opened the gate to the central chamber.
They're not going to let us stroll through the door.
Just have to force our way in.
What did you just ping?
The chest. That's something to see it.
Hold. the breach. Burn them to ash.
Oh, so
Okay, for this part right here, there's a bunch of
is,
there's a mob and there's
is
some
30
effigies
years
and a couple
old,
turrets.
So you're still the oldest guy.
And we decide we're going to attempt to just SR pass it, use the Thief Shadow Refuge, and it ends up working. So you can actually skip this minor little battle here and move on to a cutscene and move on with.
Run a centaur.
Possibly, not sure. Can't remember.
Incoming fireball!
Guess not.
Holy crap.
You will never ascend to
If I remember right, he actually blows them up.
Yeah.
That's cool artwork.
Yeah. No.
There's some
Oh.
cutscenes worth watching.
The save. The save.
Well, it's the ones you can't skip, like that one.
The bromance. Alright. Onward.
We need to find another way over.
If we stand here, he'll just pelt us with fireballs.
Well, why don't you just stand there and talk about it then? So we can pelt you with fireballs.
It's close back there. Just so you know. Thanks for the save.
I didn't have time to think about it. I'm sure you do the same for me.
Rise up and engulf these. Don't get too ahead of
Oh.
yourself. Let's
Wait a minute. What are we supposed to do back there?
Oh, just a fall though.
get any further.
Do we have to fight those guys?
So we're kind of having a small debate here whether or not we were going to fight these guys or try to SR past them. There's a lot of trash mobs in this dungeon. I'm really not sure what's skippable and what's not skippable. I don't do this dungeon often enough to really figure it out or find out or really even care. It's really not that difficult to kill these people, to kill these trash mobs. So if you just want to go through and kill everything in this dungeon, go for it. It's not that difficult. We're, you know,
I really hate how
we kind of try to save time sometimes. Now we kind of got blown up here, but we kind of also tried to skip a mob and we ended up trying to fight the mob. So
yeah,
It would
well,
make
they can knock me
necros
out the
useful.
wreck, so.
Wait. Whoa.
I could
Fuck.
outrun a centaur.
They're very, very weak.
Concentration.
Pimento cheese
Lost
toast.
your ass, Logan. I'll give you that much.
I know.
I've got the target.
just one thing I want to point out: if you happen to have to waypoint for whatever reason, you know, if you wipe or whatever, it is very easy to lose track of where you're going and kind of get turned around in this dungeon. Just be aware of that. The mini map on this dungeon is really, really terrible. So you may make a couple wrong turns here and there.
Running or we killing?
Running didn't work last time.
This. I think we actually, by we did glitch them half of them disappeared.
Ready for duty. You shall not reach Lord Gaherin.
One thing I want to point out during this battle here is you're probably seeing it quite a lot, and it's probably making this dungeon look a little easier than maybe it may end up being for you and your party. We have a Mesmer who's dropping a lot of feedback, and what the feedback does, it's actually a projectile. It's a projectile reflector. So basically, anytime he throws little fireballs and shit, it's getting reflected back at him. And so it's not hurting us, and it's also hurting him. So it definitely helps to have a Guardian or a Mesmer with some Reflex in this dungeon to kind of ease some of the pain that this dungeon can cause with all the burning damage. Here it looks like we're going to try to skip, and I fail. Fortunately, I'm a thief, so it's...
Oh, I totally died.
Once I fail a skip, it's usually not hard for me to catch back up again.
You can still grab them.
Making a waypoint.
It's like, just easy one.
Okay.
Can't do it. Everyone just get out of here. Yeah, he's not immune.
Oh, that AoE, holy shit.
Is it?
Okay, so this battle's a little tricky. This effigy here has a big AoE ring around him.
This entire
And while you're in that ring, you take extra burning damage. So, my suggestion to a kind of a rookie party here would to break out your short bow, long bow, any kind of range that you have, and just kind of range them. Would probably be easier for you in the end. Unfortunately, I don't have any range equipped, and I can't get out of combat to equip it. So this battle becomes a little bit of a headache for us. We will eventually get through it, but definitely it would definitely be a lot easier for you and your party to just range it and stay out of the AoE circle.
Sam, the SR saves.
I've got the target.
No, it's fine. It's just funny.
I don't think it has to do with range.
I
I'm
could
pretty
outrun
sure
a
it's
centaur.
It's
his
health.
health or something. Or after several
Oh my
seconds
God.
of beating on him.
See if this works on him. Yep.
Actually, he's just standing there.
Yeah.
Oh, you frozen. Didn't you?
Acolytes.
You guys are gonna really enjoy this. Oh, you're dead.
But he still has this stupid ring. Edge.
I could outrun a centaur.
Not get out of it either.
Yeah, because one of his sets is like 4 of ours.
Alright, NPCs. I got a feeling there's something else to this fight.
I think it's just a permanent effect. Burns nearby foes. Part of his abilities. Oh, the save.
Working on it.
Don't reset him. Get back up to him. He really likes Charlie. Really likes
Well,
Charlie.
Charlie ran back in the room. You can't step through the doorway because he's too tall.
Problem is, I was dying from both sides of him. Oh, that is not a reflectable attack. Last time we did this, I remember just like I don't remember being stuck like this.
I could outrun a centaur.
Ah.
Replenishing.
Oh, God.
Just that ring. Yeah, that ring is like exactly 600 range. Wow.
I don't have enough energy. Replenishing.
That AoE. He found it.
Oh,
Oh, he's actually fire. That's everything is really sensitive.
okay. Hold on.
So my party finished the battle without me and got us a waypoint ahead. So I get to run ahead here, grab the free
I
chest.
just tried to phantasm.
You all gotta carry some different weapons. Where's that great sword, Charlie? That
Great
thing's a
sword.
ranged monster.
Oh, it is a ranged monster, but it's a shitty weapon. And had I known I couldn't melee him, I
Yeah.
would have put it on, but it's not worth keeping equipped all the time.
Yeah, I think what's really hurting is when I'm strictly at range, I can keep 25 stacks of bowling on, like I did right there.
Oh, this is the last part, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good. Yep.
I feel like a general rule in this game is the cooler looking the boss, the easier he is.
What does this one do? Oh shit, boulders.
You have to, yeah, you dodge the boulders, and you have to run something up to him while dodging the boulders.
Kind of close. Basically, this boss here is it's pretty simple.
Dodge the
We only have a party of 4 here. If you had a party
You
of
take
5,
these molten hearts.
it obviously is a little bit easier because you have more people.
Ow.
Basically, what happens is he throws these boulders down the hill at you, and they can't make it through this force field. We got this force field or whatever in front of us here. This is a safe zone. So these boulders will come down, crash into this force field, and they will drop little like flaming rocks. You want to pick up these flaming rocks, run past the boulders, or in this case, the Mesmer's putting out a portal.
I died
We'll portal up
behind
to
you, but I do have a
him
portal.
and throw the rocks at him to damage him.
Wait, you run to
After a certain point, he takes enough of those throwing rock damage, then you can melee him. And then after that, we'll go through another rock rolling phase and do the same thing over again, and then there'll be a final melee at the end, and then the battle will be over. My suggestion is you keep one person in the bubble to do revives. If somebody dies by the boulders or flame damage or whatever on this path here, and I mean fully die, they will come back to this force field bubble here, and you'll be able to res them. So basically, I decided I would stay back and res because I'm the under level. Everybody else here is 80, so they can do the running and the damaging. I will run up for part of the melee, and I'll get a little bit of melee in. But for the rest of it, I will pretty much just be in this bubble rezzing. However, if you're one of the people that's not rezzing, like I said, you want to make sure you grab one of those flaming rocks that the boulders leave behind and run up there, dodging the boulders, and hit them. See, this is the melee phase here, so we can actually go up and do physical damage to him. We won't just throw rocks at him at this point.
I could outrun a
Oh,
centaur.
that did not.
Looks like a good time to run
Oh,
away.
that actually. I gotta make it.
Yeah, tons of room.
During the second phase, he puts up these walls. Basically, all they really do is just kind of hinder. They'll just hinder you running up. The boulders will take the wall down, like you just saw there. So you just need a little bit more patience in this phase.
God damn it, Charlie!
Don't take the portal under any circumstance.
Guys, res me. I'm right here.
I took the portal. I lived.
The boulders spawned on us, is what happened.
Well, yeah, I just waited till the
Ow.
boulders spawned.
I thought they were. I thought I was behind them, but I was not.
Ow. Can you guys res me? I'm
I
behind
could
the bubble
outrun a centaur.
because that's how the game
Yeah, I'll be fine.
My God, it's my only job.
You
Why
have
aren't you
one
running?
job.
You can just shadow step out, throw one, and shadow step back.
Wait, what?
Well, it's easy for you to do boulders because you can just pick one up, you can shadow step, you kill the shadow step, and then throw it, shadow step back to the safety. Do that.
Ow!
I just figure on the low level, I should stay behind.
No. I'm getting my ass whooped. Oh. Beat him up.
I'm not up there.
Judo kick.
God.
I will.
Oh, see you later, guys.
Portal is spawned further back now.
Need help here.
shotgun blast.
It's clear to me.
I went down. I want to talk to you. I know, I was going to try and do it again, but...
YOLO.
Apparently I don't need to ground for
Oh, I bombed myself.
just stay here and look around while you're running.
Actually, 1 second. I'll die if I don't do this. Solid. Solid. Ow.
Replenishing.
You get a pull down? No? Yeah.
I did
maybe.
not. Well, I'm gonna step up, blink up there here in one.
Fuck it. I can just run it. Oh, no, the walls. Knocked me back and killed me.
I had an active portal. The problem was we had no boulders to...
Hey, you live. I think my dying killed.
So that's the end of this dungeon, guys. Towards the end there, I got a little derpy. I was trying to work with the shadow step. I'd actually never used it before. I ended up trying to use the shadow step on my short bow at one point. It just ended up failing and fell off the cliff. Also, I noticed my res animation was a little off there. For some reason, I was standing over people and resing them and not actually resing them. So it didn't look like I was resing them. I actually was. Anyway, it's a really simple dungeon. Like I said, just be aware of the burning damage, and you guys will be able to get through it with relatively no problem. Bring a party of 5 too, especially if you're all under levels. We brought a party of 4 to this, but it's definitely doable with a party of 4, especially if you're all 80s. That's my video today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys next time.